Golden FM 97.5.
Good morning and thank you for joining us on the Golden Sunrise National and World News. In the headlines, President Tinubu appoints former local government chairman as CEO of NERC. Federal government dismisses 15 correctional service officers, sanctions 216 others. INEC announces continuous voter registration exercise to hold in 811 centers nationwide. NISA lists Bayelsa, others as very high-risk states for flooding. Agudama women protest land grabbing, block Ikiemoye Iniamagha road. On the foreign scene, Ghana president appoints replacements for ministers killed in helicopter crash. Details coming up shortly.
The stations like Broken Records. Golden FM 97.5 is streaming.
I am Moye. Now the details. President Bola Tinubu has appointed Engineer Abdullahi Garba Ramat as the chairman and chief executive officer of the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, NERC. In a statement on Thursday, Mr. Bayo Onanuga, special advisor to the president on information and strategy, said Engineer Ramat, who served as chairman of Ngongo local government area in Kano State from 2021 to 2024, will assume office in an acting capacity until he is confirmed by the Senate. President Tinubu also appointed Alhaji Abubakar Yusuf as Commissioner of Consumer Affairs and Mr. Fuad Olayinka Animashun as Commissioner of Finance and Management Services for NERC. The Civil Defense, Correctional, Fire and Immigration Services Board has concluded its review of 224 disciplinary cases involving officers of the Nigerian Correctional Service. Following a thorough review, the board approved various disciplinary measures in line with its commitment to enforcing discipline and upholding the integrity of the service. Mr. Omar Abubakar, the Public Relations Officer for NCOS, stated this in a statement signed on Thursday. According to the statement, the disciplinary actions were based on recommendations submitted by the board's Disciplinary and General Purpose Committee following what the board described as extensive investigations and due process. According to the statement, a total of 15 personnel was dismissed from the service for serious misconduct and violation of service regulations. The statement further stated that in a particular serious case, one officer was not only suspended but also recommended for handover to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission for prosecution. Mr. Omar noted that the board, under the leadership of Dr. Olubunmi Tunde Ojo, the Minister of Interior, reiterates its commitment to maintaining high ethical and professional standards across all cadres. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has announced that a nationwide continuous voter registration exercise will take place in all 811 centers nationwide. This, according to the electoral body, is made up of 774 local governments, 36 states, and federal capital territory offices of INEC nationwide. The electoral body added that the in-person registration option would follow a week later on 25th August 2025, saying the two processes would continue simultaneously for a year until the 30th of August 2026. Mr. Sam Olumokun, INEC National Commissioner and Chairman, Information and Voter Education Committee, in a statement said at the Commission's weekly meeting held on Thursday that INEC reviewed preparations for the resumption of the nationwide CVR and further update on the registration of new political parties. Mr. Olumeke explained that the procedure for both their online and in-person registrations remains the same as was the case in 2022. He said detailed information on the process, including video clips, would once again be released by the Commission next week. Mr. Olumeke noted that the electoral body has received 8 more letters of intent from associations seeking registration as political parties, bringing the number received so far to 151, adding that details of the latest requests indicating that proposed names, acronyms, logos, addresses, and interim leaderships are uploaded to its website and other online platforms for public information. The Federal Ministry of Education says a technical issue that affected the 2025 West African Senior School Certificate Examination results has been resolved. The glitch was traced to a post-release processing error in subjects including as mathematics, English language, biology, and economics, where paper serialization was used as part of WAEC's exam security system. In a statement released on Thursday by Dr. Folashade Boriowo, the ministry's director of press, commended the West African Examinations Council for its quick response and professionalism in addressing the problem. She said that the updated results will be available on the Result Checker portal within the next 24 hours. The minister also thanked candidates for their patience and assured the public of his commitment to fairness and credibility in the examination process. The Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority (NCAA) has petitioned the Attorney General of the Federation (AGF) and the Inspector General of Police (IGP) to prosecute Mr. Wasiu Ayinde, Fiji musician popularly known as K1 the Ultimate or Kwam1, over his unruly behavior at Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja. The NCCA's petition follows an incident on Tuesday, August 5th, where Kwam1 allegedly attempted to block a moving ValueJet aircraft, violating Nigeria's civil aviation regulations. In swift response, the NCAA has called for a comprehensive criminal investigation and the initiation of appropriate prosecution in accordance with the provisions of the Nigerian Civil Aviation Regulations 2023 and all other applicable laws. The Nigeria Hydrological Services Agencies (NISA) has issued a fresh warning of possible flooding over the next 15 days in 198 local government areas across 30 states and the Federal Capital Territory. In their alert released on Thursday, states like Bayelsa, Delta, Rivers, and Lagos were listed among those at very high risk. NISA urged communities in flood-prone areas to take necessary precautions, warning that over 100 major transportation routes could be affected. The agency also called on emergency management stakeholders to activate response protocols to ensure timely interventions and reduce the potential impact of the floods. The Ijaw Youth Council (IYC) Worldwide has rejected a bill in the Senate seeking to permanently name Alhaji Muhammadu Abubakar III, the Sultan of Sokoto, and Oba Adeyeye Ogunwusi, the Ooni of Ife, as co-chairman of the National Traditional Rulers Council. The bill, sponsored by Senator Simon Lalong, former governor of Plateau State, has drawn opposition from various individuals and groups across the country, including Ohaneze Ndigbo. In a statement signed by Dr. Binebi Princewell, the IYC spokesman from Warri, Delta State, asserted that Ijaw kings are not inferior to their counterparts in any part of the country. The council urged lawmakers to be more considerate about the kind of bills they sponsor, emphasizing that the Ijaw ethnic group is one of Nigeria's oldest, with highly respected traditional rulers. The statement added that Ijaw monarchs preside over various kingdoms in Bayelsa, Rivers, Delta, Akwa Ibom, Edo, and Ondo states, deserve equal recognition and respect. The IYC insisted that all ethnic groups must be equally represented, stressing that no group is superior to another in Nigeria. The Rivers State Police Command says its operatives have busted a notorious interstate car theft syndicate, arrested 12 suspects, and recovered 22 stolen vehicles. Mrs. Grace Iringe Koko, the police public relations officer, said a breakthrough followed a September 24 report by Mr. Enoch Daniel, who reported his Toyota Hiace bus stolen at the trailer park in Onne. Swift investigations by the command's C4I strike force and octopus team led to the arrest of 2 ex-convicts who confessed they were hired by one Mr. Gaspar Okwa to snatch the vehicle using hammers and were paid 90,000 naira each. Further investigations led to the arrest of other suspects who were found with 2 stolen vehicles in Kano, and Mr. Adamu Musa, a dismissed police officer from Akwa Ibom, who was found with 11 stolen vehicles. The police said all suspects will be charged in court once investigations are concluded, while efforts are ongoing to arrest the ringleader and other fleeing members of the gang. Now you're listening to the Golding Sunrise National and World News on 97.5 Golding FM Yenagoa. Now still to come, more news. Please stay tuned.
Right in Bayelsa, one broadcast at a time. 97.5 Golden FM. Golden FM 97.5.
You're listening to the Golding Sunrise National and World News. Welcome back. This is the news at 7. And now for the rest of the bulletin. Governor Moye on Thursday inspected some ongoing projects across the state. Projects inspected include Ikiemoye Bridge, Oporoma Road, Otuan Road, Ikiemoye Iniamagha Road, Polako Sabagria Road, the 25,000 capacity stadium, Glory Drive Phase 3, Ingby Link Bridge, the 9-story Secretariat, and Road 1 of the new Yenagoa linking the Amasoma Airport Road. Governor Diri expressed satisfaction with the pace of work on the various projects and assured Bayelsans that he is committed to using the resources of the state to improve their standard of living while promising to connect more riverine communities with the roads. Now, speaking on top of the ongoing 630 meters Ikiemoye Bridge, the governor stated that for over 60 years, the Yenagoa Oporoma Ukubye Road has been on the drawing board, and he gave assurance on the completion of the roads to Oporoma, headquarters of Southern Ijaw local government area. Governor Diri also accompanied on the inspection. Governor Diri was accompanied on the inspection by Right Honorable Monday Obulu, leader of the State House of Assembly, Honorable Anthony Ebitomo, member representing Burutu Constituency 1 in the Delta State House of Assembly, Estate Surveyor Moses Tebowe, Honorable Commissioner for Works and Infrastructure, and other top government officials. Women of Agudama community in the Yenagoa local government area on Thursday blocked the Agudama access of the Imbiama-Yenagoa road in protest. The women, dressed in black, said that they were demonstrating against alleged land encroachment and repeated attacks on their farmers by youths from the neighboring Akempa community who are acting on the directive of the paramount ruler. Speaking to newsmen, Chief Mrs. Lovester Ogon, a woman chief in the community, alleged that they have been prevented from harvesting their crops, adding that the land being encroached upon is not part of the long disputed area currently before the Court of Appeal.
Are not allowed to harvest their food produce from the bush. That's the problem. If they go inside the bush to, harvest their crops, they will meet Akefa youths with different types of guns, harassing them, terrorizing them, threatening to kill them. Sometimes even the food they've harvested, they will forcefully take it from them. It's as bad as that. It has been happening for a long time, but this period now is worse. They went in there with I don't know whether it's caterpillar or what, excavators to destroy crop. The land that women are supposed to harvest their food. It's so sad.
Our protesting women who spoke called on the Bayelsa State government to urgently intervene and prevent the situation from escalating into a full-blown crisis.
The farm belongs to our women, but they are harassing us with gun, machetes. They don't want to allow the women of Agudama APA to go and harvest their crops and their food. So today we are angry. We need the government to come in and help us. Let the government here help us to settle this matter. What do you really want him to do for us? Since he is the governor of the state, he needs the state to be peaceful. So we really want him to talk to them.
Addressing leaders of the protests, Honorable Buladiseye Nduwari, chairman of Yenagoa local government area, assured them that the government would look into their concerns. He promised to summon a meeting today by 9 a.m. between the leadership of Agudama and Akempa communities at the council secretariat to resolve the matter amicably.
We have taken
steps to invite the chiefs and leaders of both communities to a meeting so that we can see how we can de-escalate the tension between the two communities. Because yes, it's wrong. Somebody neighbor planted crops and then another person will go and destroy the crops. It's not healthy. And of course, Akenfa, Agudama, you are brothers. It's just like the eye and the nose on the same face. What affects the eye affects the nose. So there is no need for this level of brigandage.
Correspondent Brad Okbo reports that the protest, which lasted over 4 hours, brought traffic to a standstill and left many commuters stranded, with some forced to trek long distances before finding a tricycle or minibus to continue their journey. Meanwhile, His Royal Highness Obadiah Osom, the paramount ruler of Ikiemoye Iniamagha, has denied allegations made by women of the Agudama community, accusing him of authorizing youths from his community to attack them. Speaking to correspondent Brad Okbo, the monarch stated that all activities by the Ikiemoye community are within the boundaries of its official survey plan.
They are saying it is contrary to what they just want to paint my leadership to the world that I'm a bad person. I am not, and that I am sending boys who are boys. If Akenta people are in their land doing their work, it doesn't mean that I send people to. I will I send any person. I won't send any person to go and do his, to go and cultivate, to go and do anything in his possession. Please, we have judgment in our favor. We have survey plan. And whatever we are doing within the confines of the survey plan.
On the issue of land grabbing, Chief Osom dismissed the allegation as a fallacy, insisting that Ikiemoye people are not encroaching on Agudama land.
Protesting against Ikiemoye, my leadership, on the issue of land, that is absolute fallacy. The Ikiemoye people are not in Agudama's land. The Ikiemoye people have land issue with Agudama, and which case has been judged by retired Justice Moye Aganaba in our favor. In fact, in total, their case was dismissed because there was no proof of anything of their statement. The court dismissed, the judge dismissed their case and fined them 1 million naira to pay to Ikiemoye. And now they are taking the matter to appeal.
He stressed that he does not want a communal crisis and appealed to the government to intervene in the matter.
As much as I'm the paramount ruler of Ikiemoye communities, for now, I will not want any bloodshed. I don't want any problem. I don't want any fight. I don't want any native war or communal clash. What I want the government to do, that I'm pleading right now, I'm pleading with the government to come and look at this thing, because it's not by our power, it's by the power of the judgment. The judicial system is not my system, it's a system in the land. So we all will respect whatever judgment has taken, and government should come to our aid, because what they are doing is not truth, it's not a fact.
All right, now to the foreign scene, where President John Mahama of Ghana has appointed acting ministers to fill key cabinet roles following the helicopter crash that claimed the lives of the country's defense minister and minister for environment, science and technology. In a statement released by the presidency's communications directorate, President Mahama directed Honorable Kasiel Ato-Forson, the minister for finance, to assume additional responsibility as acting defense minister. He also asked Honorable Emmanuel Kofi Ama-Bua, Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, to act as Minister for Environment, Science and Technology until further notice. Now that's the Golden Sunrise National and World News from 97.5 Golden FM Yenagoa. But before we go, here's a recap of our major stories. President Bola Tinubu has appointed former local government chairman as CEO of NERC. Federal government has dismissed 15 correctional service officers and sanctioned 216 others. INEC has announced continuous voter registration exercise to hold in 811 centers nationwide. NISA has listed Bayelsa and others as very high-risk states for flooding. Agudama women have protested land grabbing and blocked Ikiemoye Iniamagha Road. And on the foreign scene, Ghana president has appointed replacements for ministers killed in helicopter crash. That was the Golden Sunrise National and World News. For news stories, comments and observations, please send us an email at goldengfmyenagoa@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, and TikTok on 97.5 Golden FM Yanagua. The news was edited by Judith Enake, and I am Moye Steven. Good morning, and thanks for listening.
Golden FM 97.5.